Hi there, my name is Christer Holloman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Divido, and our vision is to become the world's leading white label platform for retail finance. How are we going to do that? Well, I'll show you right now. Point of sale finance and lending money in retail is nothing new. It's been around for 50 years, and the main ways banks have done this traditionally is through the plastic credit card. But consumer preferences and the retail landscape has evolved tremendously, whilst the credit card remains unevolved. So today's consumers are looking for ways to finance individual transactions on the spot at the point of need, which is creating tremendous pressure on retailers to offer more flexibility and more choice when it comes to payment terms. For example, buy now, pay later, or monthly installment plans. Combining these two observations is putting a lot of pressure on the lenders. They're seeing a lot more competition when it comes to lending money to consumers, and they are struggling to keep up. That's why we created Divido. Divido is a global API standard for retail finance, and we license our solution to lenders that want to capture these opportunities. The problem that lenders are dealing with is that they have, for the most part, legacy systems that are very slow and are difficult to adopt to retail finance settings, where it's all about speed and it's all about convenience. Looking at the US as an example, banks have dominated in retail finance for a long time. And even though the sector is growing at a tremendous rate, the relative share that the banks are able to capture is actually declining. And it's declining because they're not keeping up with the new competition, the new challengers. Fintech challenger lenders like Affirm in the US, Afterpay in Australia, or Klarna in Europe, they're on average growing 20% year on year. And whilst the banks continue to have a stronghold in point-of-sale finance, they are slowly having their lunch eaten away right in front of them. But the good news is that there's a huge opportunity. We believe that point-of-sale finance is becoming a new hygiene factor, a new standard, especially in difficult economic situations that we're finding ourselves in at the moment. Consumers are more than ever looking for flexible ways to pay. So there's a huge market to go after. Lenders recognize that by offering point-of-sale finance, they are able to help the retailers attract more customers. They're helping the customers spread their costs and manage their budgets. So the lenders want to get in on the action. In fact, 2/3 of the world's lenders are saying they need to move fast, and the quickest way to get there is by partnering up with a third party. So that's exactly what Divido helps them with. We allow traditional incumbent retail banks to offer a modern point-of-sale retail finance proposition without having to build or maintain any of the technology themselves. Let me show you a quick demo. So a customer is in a physical retail store and they want to buy something on finance. They will then be asked to pick up their phone or through signs to apply for the credit. So this is completely white label. The customer applies for the credit. Divido platform will then send the application detail to the bank. The bank will make an instant decision. Divido will generate a virtual card, which the customer can provision to the digital wallet. They can now take the product and go to the checkout and pay using contactless. So they didn't have to speak to a member of staff. They didn't have to apply for long forms. And everything is reconciliated through the back office of the POS hardware. One of the banks that we approached was Nordea. Nordea is the biggest retail bank in Northern Europe. They look after more merchants and more consumers than anyone else. And they have seen firsthand the damage challenger lenders in point-of-sale finance can do to your business. In the beginning, they didn't have to worry about Klarna, but it became apparent that Klarna was out to steal their customers. Klarna was out to steal their merchants. And Nordea wanted to fight back. They tried to build something in-house, but it took too long, costed too much, and it never really delivered the promise that they were hoping that they could use that to stop Klarna. So that's why they chose to partner with Divido. we can offer them a one-stop shop solution that allows them to compete on equal terms from a technology perspective without having to build or maintain any of that in-house. We went live with them last year, and we've seen tremendous success. And with that, I'd like to conclude my presentation, and I hope that we get selected to do a live presentation, and I can show you even more details and more color for why Divido is creating such a disruptor in this space by helping the banks fight back, by giving them the same tools that their challenger fintechs are trying to use against them. So Divido is a force for good, just like Swift. Thank you very much.